You know when you see a woman on the street and think, wow, how elegant. It's not the designer dress, it's not the expensive shoes, it's the handbag. Because in 2025, my dear friend, a handbag is no longer an accessory, it's a statement. And there are 9 specific handbags making all the elegant women in the world lose sleep. Literally. Pay attention to this. I'm Carol. Welcome to Lucrative Elegance. If you want to transform your elegance into power and make your presence remembered wherever you go, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell and leave your like, because this video will completely change how you think about investments in elegance. Did you know that the Rose Margaux bag had a 198% increase in searches just in the last year? And that Chanel just launched the 25 with Dua Lipa singing "She Drives Me Crazy" in the campaign? Coincidence? I don't think so. I'm going to tell you why these 9 specific handbags are making even men stop on the street to look, and it's not what you're thinking. It's because they recognize true elegance when they see it. The Chanel 25, the revolution nobody expected. Paris, 2024, photo studio in Manhattan. Dua Lipa enters carrying a bag you've never seen before. Loose hair, natural movement, pure energy. The camera follows her through New York streets while she sings "She Drives Me Crazy" by Fine Young Cannibals. This isn't just an advertising campaign, it's a statement. The Chanel 25, direct descendant of the legendary 2.55, which, at 70 years old, continues to be one of the most sought-after bags in the world. But here's what nobody tells you. This bag was born from a very real necessity. How many times have you held a handbag as if it said something about who you are? The 25 embodies the double C logo, distinctive quilting, and the chain interwoven in leather, plus 2 large side pockets. You know why? Because the modern woman needs to carry her entire life in her bag, and do it with style. Dua Lipa said, "I'm in love with the 25 because I think it's cool and timeless, and I can put my whole life in it." And she wasn't kidding. Tablet, laptop, sunglasses, even crystals. This bag is functionality disguised as luxury. But here's what impresses me. Chanel did something that few brands have the courage to do. They took an icon, the 2.55, and dared to reinvent it for our reality. Because one thing is making a beautiful bag, another is making a beautiful bag that works in real life. This is jaw-dropping. The Rose Margaux, the new secret status symbol. Upper East Side of Manhattan, Thursday afternoon. Jennifer Lawrence exits a cafe, confident stride, camel coat, perfectly cut jeans. In her hand, a bag that looks too simple to be special. Think again. Now let's talk about something that fascinates me. The Rose Margaux, which many are calling the new Birkin. And it's not an exaggeration. Harry Styles, Zoe Kravitz, and Jennifer Lawrence have been spotted not only buying, but religiously carrying the Margaux. And there's a very specific reason for this. You may have never stepped foot in a Rose store, but believe me, the discerning eye that transformed Italian leather and minimalist lines into an object of desire can be trained. This isn't a celebrity thing, it's for those who have sensitivity, and that you can learn. Remember Succession? In the first episode of the 4th season, Tom Wambsgans called a Burberry crossbody bag ridiculously capacious, monstrous, and gigantic. The insult went viral, but had an interesting side effect. It helped perpetuate the quiet luxury trend and increased appetite for capacious and discreet bags. The Margaux is exactly that. Luxury that whispers, doesn't scream. No ostentatious logo, no flashy monograms. The exceptional quality of Italian leather and impeccable craftsmanship carry the entire narrative. It's for the woman who knows, doesn't need to prove it to anyone. Pay attention to this. The Margaux silently disappeared from shelves. Today you only find it on the second-hand market, often for double the original price. This, my dear friend, is not coincidence. It's strategy. Saint Laurent's Y bag, the triumphant return of the 2000s. LAX International Terminal. Angelina Jolie glides through the airport, impeccable trench coat, sunglasses, and a brown bag that makes everyone turn around. It hasn't even reached stores yet. Angelina Jolie and Charli XCX have already gotten their hands on Saint Laurent's Y bag, which hasn't even reached stores yet, and I'll explain why this is genius. The Y bag revisits Saint Laurent's emblematic codes, with the letter Y, one of the house's iconic symbols since the 70s, subtly integrated into the construction through artisanal leatherwork. But it's not empty nostalgia, it's strategic nostalgia. A Saint Laurent bag isn't just an accessory, it's almost an extension of personality. It's like perfume. You choose it for the emotion it provokes in you. Think about it. Angelina Jolie isn't a person who makes choices by accident. She styled the brown version with a trench coat at the airport, and that sends a very clear message about elegant practicality without sacrificing sophistication. Charli XCX used the black version with a tank top, satin skirt, and black boots. Two completely different women styling the same bag in totally distinct ways. That's what I call real versatility. Now hold on to this. Starting at $3,600, the Y bag was the star of the fall, Winter 24 collection, and showed the brand's perfect attunement to the maxi bag trend, meeting the desire for practical and elegant accessories. Take advantage while I'm talking about smart investment. I'm launching my course, Look Rich Without Spending Much, and it's at promotional value because I'm releasing the classes gradually. Once it's complete, the price will go to full price, no discount. The link is in the first pinned comment. This course will teach you exactly how rich women dress and behave. It's not about money, it's about intelligence and strategy. Because true elegance has no price, but it has technique. Gucci Soft Bit, Tradition Meets Contemporary. Florence, 1921. Guccio Gucci opens a small leather goods store. Smell of cured leather in the air, golden hardware gleaming in the window, artisan hands shaping every detail. Almost 100 years later, the magic continues. The Gucci Soft Bit is the perfect union between tradition and contemporaneity, with structured design and the celebrated horsebit. But I'll tell you what really matters here. Gucci has always been about controlled boldness, and the Soft Bit represents exactly that. Takes a classic element, the horsebit that was born from the Gucci family's equestrian passion, and reinterprets it for the modern woman without losing the essence. This is fascinating. One thing I learned observing truly elegant women is that they never choose pieces just for novelty. They choose pieces that have history and future at the same time. The Soft Bit updates Gucci's legacy in color and material versions that speak to a woman who understands that true luxury is when tradition and innovation meet harmoniously. Ferragamo's Hug Bag, The Silent Revolution. Milan, Ferragamo Design Room. Maximilian Davis, creative director, looks at sketches scattered on the table. It's not just about creating a new bag, it's about resurrecting a legend. Under the creative direction of Maximilian Davis, Ferragamo resurges with vigor, and the Hug Bag, launched in 2023, is proof of this. And I need to talk about something important here. Fluid and enveloping design. You know what that means in practice? It means this bag was designed to adapt to your body, not the other way around. With delicate buckles that recall the brand's DNA, it promises to become the new object of desire for those who appreciate innovation with sophistication. Pay attention to this. Sometimes what makes a bag iconic isn't the initial hype, but how it ages. The Hug Bag looks like a piece that will get more beautiful with time, more interesting with each use. It's the bag for the woman who understands that true elegance doesn't scream, it embraces those who have the sensitivity to recognize it. Saint Laurent's Nikki, casual yet refined. Paris, Saint Laurent Atelier, 2018. Anthony Vaccarello examines prototypes of the new creation. It's not about inventing something from scratch. It's about evolving what's already perfect. The Nikki combines the casual and refined, with textured leather, versatile chain, and the discreet YSL logo conferring practical elegance that masterfully adapts to contemporary routine. But I'll tell you a secret about this bag. Launched in the Cruise 2018 collection, the Nikki is Anthony Vaccarello's continuation of the already legendary Lulu bag. In other words, it's not a new bag trying to be relevant. It's an evolution of something that already worked. How many times have you felt torn between looking elegant and feeling comfortable? The Nikki solves this dilemma once and for all. It's for the woman who understands that elegance isn't about impressing others, it's about feeling comfortable in your own skin while looking impeccable. Although it's only existed for a few seasons, like its predecessor, it has already gained cult status. This doesn't happen by accident. Bottega Veneta's Long Andiamo, craftsmanship as luxury. Vicenza, Northern Italy, 1966. Michele Taddei and Renzo Zenghiaro found Bottega Veneta in a small workshop. Skilled fingers interlace leather strips, creating the intrecciato technique that would become legendary. When your own work speaks, there's no need for signature. The Long Andiamo celebrates Bottega Veneta's artisanal intrecciato with flexible and luxurious design, and I need to stop here to talk about something fundamental. The name Andiamo means "let's go" in Italian, and this is not coincidence. This bag personifies the spirit of movement, a tribute to the woman who moves, who who has places to go and people to impress. This is jaw-dropping. The Andiamo is offered as a clutch, the most accessible option, as well as in small, medium, or large totes, and a trendy east-west bag. Because Bottega understands something that many brands don't understand: functionality isn't beauty's enemy. Each piece is eligible for the certificate of craft, lifetime guarantee of repairs, a bag for life, literally. Chloé's Marcy, feminine without being fragile. Paris, 70s. Gabi Aguillon creates Chloé with a mission: to make luxury clothes that were feminine without being formal. Decades later, the philosophy lives on. The Marcy is feminine, bohemian, and charming, with rounded stitching and braided leather details that represent Chloé's relaxed charm. And this bag represents something I love about French fashion. The decorative stitching creates an equestrian look, while the shine of brass details and the dangling tassel add a feminine touch. It's feminine without being fragile, it's delicate without being useless. Have you ever felt pressured to choose between being feminine or being taken seriously? The Marcy is for the woman who isn't afraid to be feminine in an era when that's sometimes seen as weakness. On the contrary, she uses femininity as strength. This line combines feminine aesthetics with 70s folk spirit, proving that you can be romantic and powerful at the same time. Bottega Veneta's parachute. The future has arrived. Milan, Fashion Week 2024. Models walk carrying bags that seem to have come from the future. Unusual format, extreme functionality. What seemed too daring became an obsession. The parachute combines the house's artisanal DNA with contemporary and utilitarian silhouette, resulting in a versatile and irresistibly modern piece. And this bag fascinates me for a specific reason. Launched in the spring/summer 2024 collection, the parachute is made in hand-woven intrecciato leather, the perfect tote that does everything, and was launched in beautiful pastel colors, perfect for spring. Now hold on to this. It comes in 2 sizes, large for all daily needs, and small, which is more of a shoulder bag style for evening, which also comes with a crossbody strap. Its practicality thought through to the last detail. The parachute proves that innovation doesn't need to be complicated, it just needs to be intelligent. Why these bags are dominating? Pay attention to this. Now I'll tell you something I noticed observing these 9 bags. They're not succeeding by accident. Each one represents a real need of the modern woman. The Chanel 25 for those who need to carry their entire life but want to look sophisticated. The Margaux for those who want discreet luxury. The Y bag for those who like intelligent nostalgia. The soft bit for those who value tradition with a modern twist. This is fascinating. All these bags have something in common. None of them is about showing off. They're all about substance. They're for women who understand that true luxury is when you don't need to prove you have it. In 2025, trending bags present multifunctionality, innovative internal compartments, and modular design that adapts to different needs. Sustainable materials like vegan leather, recycled canvas, and biological fabrics. Personalized design with artisanal applications, patches, and customizations that guarantee exclusivity. How many times have you bought a beautiful bag that was useless? The woman of 2025 doesn't want to choose between beauty and practicality. She wants both. And these 9 bags deliver exactly that. What this means for you? Look, I'll be very direct. You don't need to have all these bags, but you need to understand the principle behind them. Each of these bags solves a specific problem while making you look incredible. That's intelligence applied to elegance. Have you ever stopped to think that your bag speaks for you before you even open your mouth? When you invest in a bag, whatever it may be, you're investing in how the world perceives you, and more importantly, in how you feel. Because in the end, elegance isn't about the bag you carry. It's about the confidence it gives you to conquer the world. Speaking of conquering the world, if you dream of being an elegant and sophisticated traveler, you need to know my ebook, Be Elegant While Traveling: Global Etiquette for the Sophisticated Traveler. The link is also in the first pinned comment, because there's no point having the perfect bag if you don't know how to behave in Paris, Milan, or New York like a true lady. The truth about 2025 bags, and this is jaw-dropping. You know what's the truth nobody tells you? The bags that are dominating 2025 represent the end of the bag as ornament era. This year celebrates from minimalist pieces to the most maximalist and artisanal, following 3 fundamental desires: practicality without sacrificing beauty, intelligent nostalgia that speaks to the present, and innovation that actually solves problems. Pay attention to this. In 2025, technological mini bags equipped with wireless chargers emerge, tote models in recycled materials, crochet bags with personalized prints, and the return of the baguette bag with new finishes and metallic applications. But the deep truth is that these 9 bags aren't dominating because they're beautiful. There are beautiful things on every corner. They're dominating because they're intelligent. And an intelligent woman always recognizes intelligence when she sees it. What will be your choice? In the end, my dear friend, the question isn't which of these bags should I have. The question is, which of these bags reflects who I want to be? Because calling one of these bags an accessory is almost an offense. They are rare jewels, investments in elegance, symbols of achievements, and the purest expression of individuality and sophistication. You may never have entered a Chanel boutique, but believe me, the discerning eye that recognizes exceptional quality and intelligent design can be developed. This isn't a rich person thing. It's for those who have sensitivity, and that you can learn. Each model carries more than impeccable design. It brings with it an invitation to celebrate your personal story through fashion, an elegant whisper that you understand what really matters. And that, friend, is the difference between buying a bag and investing in a statement of who you are. Which one has already conquered your heart? Tell me here in the comments. I'm super curious to know which of these 9 queens caught your attention. And don't forget, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and leave that like if you want to continue discovering the secrets of elegance that truly transforms lives. This is just the beginning. And if you, like me, love stories of women who transform vision into legacy, the next chapter awaits you here on the channel. Elegance isn't about having more, it's about having better. Kisses, Carol.